We're coming into late longs, getting caught. And of course, this theme, that's what's starting to break down now. A huge amount of selling going on now. Okay, one of the playbook trades, of course, is... So this is the area here. Yoo-hoo, we're there now. See this size? It just came in out of nowhere. And there's been some other positions of similar size along the way. And those relative value plays, they're not fussed about going offside, as you know. So they've scaled in. That's good enough. This entry can feel really uncomfortable, but you're trying to get in when everyone else is fearful. So you've got to appreciate that a lot of people are like, oh man, this is horrible. And that's the time that you have to recognize that's when you want to go in. When everyone else has gone, oh, yuck. So I'm offside half a basis point, 1 basis point now, 2. So fading is going against the direction. So it's very uncomfortable when you're used to just getting in and everything just goes your way. So I'm back on side. I haven't got the bottom, but I've got pretty cheap relative to what's going on. But that sell, that's marked the bottom. Now, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have stats on it, but this is a playbook trade. So when fading, you want to see the market start going your way pretty quickly. So long from 84.5, all looked pretty frightening, didn't it? But not really, because 84.5 is here, and that's how much I went offside, 2 basis points. So you can appreciate if you haven't done this particular trade a heap of times, it can feel pretty ordinary. I'm only doing it because I know statistically it's a good trade. I went offside for 2 basis points, but that was very short-lived. It's very minimal heat, and I'm on side now. And again, it's not so much that I need to find a winning trade. I need to find those opportunities where it's low risk, but I should be able to avoid any loss from here forward. I mean, I might cop some brokerage, but I should be able to avoid a loss. And so as long as you can keep doing that on the trades that don't work, then on the odd time you do have a small loss, it's not a big deal. Okay, so what else do you know about this move? If we have a look at this, I'll go back to here. How obvious is that? Right? Forget that it gets there. Like when it gets to here, this is when everyone starts freaking out. You can get a sense of when people start getting worried, and they don't get worried here. They might go, oh, this isn't good, but this is where people get really concerned because it's staring everyone in the face that, oh no, this thing's getting slammed. That's the time when you got owning up. It's such a game, isn't it? But again, this is a playbook trade. I'm not doing something that I haven't done umpteen times before. And if you think about how much time I spent in there staring down the barrel of a small loss, not a big deal, is it? And so there's something else. So what was really helpful was this massive sell here. That basically used up all the selling fuel, and then we just pushed up higher from there. And then finally, want to know where the low is? Right there. See that? 83. What's the low? 83. See how this stuff works? I wasn't buying in a vacuum here. I had other things up my sleeve. And that's why I've got conviction to go in and go bang. So there's my entry just there. That's it. So that's how ugly it got. Nothing, is it? And because that was such a reasonably strong move, for this to keep going, it needs to fill up with some shorts, doesn't it? So some selling up here makes sense. Like I can appreciate why some others are doing it from a profit-taking perspective. So I don't believe there's any reversion sellers in here. That's my read. I think that was just pure profit-taking. And you might think, even if they are trying to get more out of it, if it is a directional play, and I don't know, I'm speculating, then selling a good chunk sends a clear message to others, oh, maybe we should go short here. So that's what I'm now looking for. You might find they've actually sold and then gone back in because there's some decent size on the long side as well here. I'm never certain, obviously, of who is who and is doing what. I just try to think about it in terms of what is smart trading and what's stupid. So bad trading is selling into an area where we are looking at going long, because we would never sell that. We would never get short there. All right, so see how some of this selling helped encourage others to then go short. So they then bought back and then they'll try to make some more out of it. To me, it's just a puzzle that you try and work out. But the advantage we have, we're not buying in silly areas. Like where we're buying is a smart area, right? What's this area here? Well, that's a transition. So that's where I want to be selling. So therefore, if I know where the right areas are to be conducting business, I can gauge whether others are lining themselves up to get poleaxed or if they're pretty effective trading from one transition, except front running it, up to the next one. Boom, done. Win where you've won before.